Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. So in today's episode I'm going to teach you or to remind you of the basic important things to remember to avoid or what might get you disqualified for the diversity visa for 2024. As we wait for DV 2024 link to open, let me take this few minutes of your time to remind you that it doesn't matter when you submit your entry application, and submitting early does not guarantee you a low case number or a selection. So please join us on today's episode for question and answer before filling out that your diversity visa form. So first of all, you should avoid friends or agents or people who tell you that you should apply single and leave your family, and maybe you can feel them later. So that is very wrong. So make sure you say the truth. So if you are single, enter as single, and if you are married, please enter as as married and include all your family members, be they children who are adopted or your biological children. If you have a wife or your spouse, let me say your husband or wife, make sure you include them in your application. Stick to the truth to the end. And the second thing, someone may tell you maybe you are fighting with your spouse, so you need to leave them out. Remember, the US immigration officers will know if you are married and you are lying. So make sure, even if you are fighting with your significant other, make sure you include them in your application. Don't leave them out. Another thing is, some people might tell you to do not include your under 21 years unmarried children who are still living with you, or even stepchildren. So you can include them later if selected. Someone might tell you that. That is also very wrong. Make sure you include all your children who are under 21 years of age, who are unmarried, and they're living with you. The next thing is to leave the child out, since he or she lives with another parent or mother or father who has refused to with the photo of the child. So make sure you beg for their photo and include them, because if you do not include them, you might get disqualified during your diversity visa interview if you are lucky to be selected for further processing. So there is a solution for that. Make sure you don't leave them out. The person might tell you to leave your wives, or rather your husband or children who are under 21 and unmarried, who live with their father or mother respectively. Do not leave them. Make sure you include them. There is also a solution for that. Maybe some people tell you that you should leave your husband or wife out since you don't have a marriage certificate yet. So that is also wrong. So if you check on my other videos, there is a video I made under marriage constitution on customary marriages put in place in 2020. So even if you've been living together and you don't have a marriage certificate, make sure you include them. I think some countries, the law says that if you've been living with someone for over 1 year under one roof, you are married, whether you have a certificate or not. So make sure you include them. And after you get selected, you can work on legalizing your marriage. So that one will be, and it will be counted as if you've been living and customary marriage. Maybe someone will tell you your husband or your wife doesn't want to relocate, so you should leave them out of your application. So that one is also wrong. Make sure you include them whether they are going to migrate with you or not, because if you are selected and you win on your DS260 form, you can feel it that you are not migrating with your spouse, but make sure you include them in your original application. Someone might also tell you maybe you leave your newborn out since they are difficult to get their pictures. I know that one is very stressful if you are a parent and you are trying to get a picture of a little one. So make sure you do your very best to get their picture. Don't leave them out. If you leave them out, you will be disqualified from getting a diversity visa, even if you're selected for further processing. So make sure that you include your newborn baby, and only a baby born after the entry can be added to the DS260 form you've selected. So if you leave them before you feel and they are in existence, you might get yourself denied that visa even after you get selected. And so, if any of those I've mentioned up there applies to you, don't hesitate to ask how you can go about it. I said there is a solution for everything, or simply you can check my other videos and click on whichever suits your category, and you watch and learn more. So, I've talked about speaking the truth. If you are married, enter as married. If you are single, enter as a single. And if you have children, make sure include them, whether they are your adopted children or your biological children. Don't leave your spouse, don't leave your child. The only category where you can add a child is when they are born after you have filled your entry form and you are selected. You can add them on your DS260. So after you've won or rather selected, sorry, and you have a newborn baby, you can always ask for unlocking of your DS260, and you add your children. So if you want a win this year, make sure you say the truth and make sure you follow instructions. And the most crucial part most of us ignore is the photo. Apart from saying the truth, apart from following instructions, the most easy to ignore and disregard, yet the most crucial part of the application is the diversity visa photo you're going to use for your entry. So according to the observation, many people fail at winning the lottery and are eliminated firsthand due to the photo in the application being incorrect and not in accordance with the guidelines and regulations by the Department of State and the Kentucky Consular Center. So that is the department responsible for the diversity visa lottery. So according to statistics and interviews with the many applications, the applicants of the lottery, they are not aware of photo specifics, and most of people assume while applying for the lottery. So this is, however, unfortunate, since you may be entering the draw for more than 10 years, assuming that you are just not lucky, whereas you have always been kicked out due to your photo not being correct. Sad, isn't it? So I encourage you not to be worried anymore concerning the diversity visa lottery photo. If you check on the description box, I'm gonna put the link there for the photo tool provided by the US Department of State for free. It is not you are not going to pay even $1 to use it. So check on the description box, you will find the photo tool. Make sure you use it to check whether your photo meets all the specifications required by the state government for photos you're gonna use for the entry. So make sure you check that too before you use your photo. So I hope this was helpful, and I wish you all the best in your diversity visa journey. And I hope to see you in our next episode. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and I see you in our next episode. Bye bye. And I wish you all the best. I wish you the very best of wishes in your 2024 DV lottery applications. And I look forward to hearing more positive stories come 2023 May 7th. So, adios, mi amigos.